We continue with the session, and we have one of the key persons of the Indian digital payment market here with us for the next session. As all of you would be aware that perhaps the digital payment market in India is one of the most dynamic and competitive one, and one of the most scalable of the solution providers in the payment market is PayU India. So we have Mr. Mohit Gopal, who is the Senior Vice President and Strategic Initiatives, as well as the Value Added Services and Omni-Channel for PayU India here. He will talk about some of the PayU solutions and how they can be beneficial, especially for the education sector in today's India and the post-pandemic world. So without any further ado, I'd hand it over to Mohit Gopal.
No, thanks so much for that, Rajneesh. It's a pleasure to be here. And for me personally, and for PayU to be associated with this conclave, which I think is a one of its kind thing. I'd like to thank, before I start, I'd like to thank, of course, the Collegiate and Technical Education Department of the Telangana government, APAC News Network, and COSTA as well. Before I start about a bit about PayU and how we can actually help not just the digital payments ecosystem, but also the education sector in particular, I'd like to just tell you a little bit about myself and why I feel that my experiences help me understand this a bit better. Growing up, both my parents were in government service. My father was in the army, my mother in the railways, and I grew up in a series of small towns across India. And every time they would get transferred, we'd change schools as well. And so therefore, I studied in maybe 10 or 12 schools across 15, 16 years. And after that, I then again did my education through different institutions across the country and overseas. So I've seen different types of education, and personally, I'm a lifelong learner. Digital education, learning online is something which comes both naturally to me and something which I always look forward to. So I think when I eventually landed up with PayU Payments, and there, fintech is one of the most interesting and dynamic sectors in the entire yeah, ecosystem or market. And I found that the natural synergies which fintech had, and especially with education, that was something which really fascinated me. And I'm so happy that as PayU, we've done a lot working with different educational institutions, whether small colleges, online players, offline players, and I really look forward to this next phase of the evolution of the ecosystem, both the education ecosystem and the fintech ecosystem, and all the synergies that the two actually have in common. So, with that, I've got a very brief presentation. I'll just talk a little bit about PayU and also a little bit about what PayU is already doing with educational institutions across the country and what more potentially we could think of doing together. So, with that, I just request. Oh, great, the presentation is there. So if you can just go to the next slide, please. Sure. So PayU is part of Process Naspers, which is a really large global internet services company which creates value by investing in high growth markets. So the four large sort of verticals we are focused on. One, of course, is fintech, where PayU is the company of choice. But there are also investments in classifieds, where OLX Group is fully owned by Naspers, and in food delivery, there are multiple investments, which includes Delivery Hero, Swiggy in India, iFood, etc. And there's also an investment vertical, which is where Naspers looks at emerging sectors, and EdTech is now one of them. Here, of course, in the past, there have been investments both in companies like Byju's in India, but also in players like FinTech, like Flipkart. Earlier, it was in Goai Vivo. So Naspers really looks at growth areas. Next slide, please. As PayU is operates across nearly about 36 markets, and this number is increasing pretty much with every few months. So across all emerging economies, which means a lot of Latin America, Africa, Eastern Europe, India, and now we're expanding into Southeast Asia and the Middle East as well. So what we do bring, what this means is we understand the trends and changes which are happening across the world and how they can be relevant to India. And of course, India itself is such an interesting market, and with so many unique and differences in culture, differences and in the rate of our tech adoption, where I think we're actually leading the world. That many things from India are now going to the world. NPCI is taking many of its payment products to the world, and I think we're proud to really work with them on that one as well. Next slide, please. So in India itself, from a pure payments perspective, PayU is one of the largest players. We've really scaled our operations, high performance, and a range of services. In the past, we were mostly on the online side, but now we've expanded. We're there on the offline side as well. Next slide, please. Yeah, sure. And see, as a payment gateway aggregator, we work on the one hand with leading banks, and we pretty much work with all the leading banks of the country, both private sector and the public sector. Next slide, please. And therefore, the range of products which we have is pretty much everything. Most of this you'll be familiar with because these are all traditional products which we have had. But every emerging product out there is also something we have, and I will get into that later. Next slide, please. So as I said, as a payment gateway aggregator, on the one side you have banks, but on the other side you have merchants, and of course eventually customers. So we don't have any particular sector of focus, but government is of course a large player, large participant, and we partner with them on many projects. Digital Seva is one large one, but also Treasury, state Treasury departments, Aadhaar, etc. Also, there are global merchants, the Flipkart, the Facebooks, and the Amazons of the world. E-commerce across pretty much everything. I would have spoken a lot about travel, but travel is right now slightly down because of COVID, but I'm sure it will recover. Food and delivery, and then others, which includes pretty much every type of business which you'll have. There'll be about 3.5 lakh merchants who would be on the PayU platform. Next slide, please. In addition, like in the past, it was largely banks and merchants, but now as part of the way the ecosystem is shaping up, we also have global consumer apps and Indian consumer apps, which includes Bajaj, Paytm, GPay, PhonePe, Amazon Pay, who are also very key players because they've got customers are using them and adopting them, especially when this has been combined with the growth of originally wallets, but now UPI. So I think we work with all the leading players here. Next slide, please. And as I said earlier, we've sort of completed our product portfolio. We started out with a pure online presence, but then we've moved to offline as well, which includes POS, but also all the things in between. Payouts, Bharat QR, pay by links, scan and pay, Aadhaar Pay. More recently, right now, the CBDT has a mandate, which means that whenever you send out an invoice, you need to have a dynamic QR printed on that. And of course, PayU has that product as well. So I think we both keep abreast with technology and in many cases help to shape it as well. Next slide, please. Just from the perspective of education in particular, today PayU would be working with pretty much all the leading educational players in India. So whether it's IGNOU, whether it's Byju's, whether it's the IITs, IIMs, SRM University, or here, as you can see, CBSE is there. So you'd have people who would provide large colleges and universities, people who provide tutorial services. You'll have online players, you'll have offline players, whether it's in the public sector or the private sector. You'll have large entities, small entities. So overall, there'd be more than perhaps 5,000 firms who work with us, who are all education, who are providing education in different shapes and forms, right? Some could be pure online, some could be skill-based training. So I mean, and just to give you a sense of the scale, this would mean that there'll be about 3 million transactions a month happening just on education on the PayU platform. And I think we had earlier estimated that we'd be touching the lives of perhaps 10 million parents and students. So it's a large enough footprint. And I think we have just scratched the surface of education in India. And I think all of us understand that as the country digitizes at a faster pace, the government has been super proactive in ensuring that internet availability is there across the country. You've got great bandwidth everywhere, and people do have access to education in different shapes and forms, both not just the traditional education, which meant degrees, but also vocational education and skill-based training. So I think with all of this, we find that we see such an active sector. We love to partner with all our current partners, and we're looking forward to working with more players in due course of time. So I'll keep it brief. That's all from my side. And I'd just like to thank all of you for giving us this opportunity both to be associated with this event, and really looking forward to hearing from all of you, both in what we can do better and how we can scale this further jointly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohit. I'm sure all the participants in the APAC second Global Education and Skills Conclave, and we have currently more than 500 people hearing and watching and hearing you. And definitely many of them would be looking at associating with PayU.